Hey guys, Would Be Farmer here. I think we are somewhere around June 11th? June 11th? Does that sound right? Let's go with that, June 11th. We're halfway between Jacksonville, Florida and Orlando. We are in South Putnam, Crescent City area. And we've had some rain today, so I wanted to see how it looked after the rain. Just let up. I think we probably got about an inch today. Walk around and take a look. I remember I posted one of these videos. I don't think I did a very good job. I threw it out there and somebody said, where are you from? It's the North Island, right? Are you the North Island? And I was like, I think that's a compliment. I'm pretty sure that's a compliment when someone compliments our verdant landscape here by thinking it might be the North or the Big Island of Hawaii, I think they said. I was like, wow, that's cool. That's cool. No, we're the big peninsula of Florida, not the big island of Hawaii. But I wish I would. There's certainly some things in Hawaii I'd like to grow. So what do you all want to talk about today, besides the rain? Well, I'm standing in front of a rain barrel here. Rain barrel, water. One of the things I noticed when I was working through many permaculture books and permaculture videos, trying to earn my certification, my permaculture certification. What do they call it? They call it the permaculture designer certificate. Yes. I'm proud. I'm happy to have one. But one of the things I noticed in a lot of the videos and books I was looking at is there wasn't a unifying theme, something that just came right out and grabbed me and said, here's what you need to do for every site. Here's what you need to do for every site. And I'm sure that they covered all the basics. They covered it one way or the other. But I was trying to think of a way to impart this to everyone who's a student and a teacher, because we're all students and teachers, officially or unofficially. And so I came up with the idea that for no matter what site it is, I don't care if it's the deserts of Southwest USA, I don't care if it's Finland, I don't care if you get 2 inches of water precipitation per year or 200. There are 3 things you've got to do, you've got to know. And I call it the know, stow, and grow. You've got to know your sun. You've got to know where the sun hits your property, the property you were stewarding, the land. That makes a huge difference on what grows where. You got to know your sun, and you got to stow your water. Again, no matter how much water you are receiving, you got to know what to do with it. You got to know where to put it. Water in the wrong place is a problem. Some plants and species thrive where there's a lot of water. Some thrive where there's not a lot of water. Some prefer water overhead. Some prefer water in a riparian environment, via a stream or a brook or a river. But you have to stow the water. Gotta stow it properly. Have to use it properly. Be responsible citizens of water usage. And then of course you have to grow. And I don't mean growing plants. You gotta grow your soil. One of the mistakes I made when I started out. Plant. Put this in. I didn't know what half the stuff was. I'd see something online or somebody who looked intelligent, spoke well, attractive. I'm gonna do what they're doing. Plant this and that. I would plant a Zone 9 plant that did well. Zone 9 in California. I planted here. Zone 9 in Florida. Zone 9, right? Ooh. Zone 9 in Northern California. Or Zone 9 in Southern California may be a whole lot different. There's Zone 9 in Florida that might get 50 inches of rain per year. That Zone 9 in California might get 15 inches of rain per year or less. And that rain might come That rain might come in the winter, whereas in Florida, majority of the rain comes in the summer. Well, that's hugely different. Just because the USDA Zone 9 says the temperatures, typical low temperatures are going to get to the 20s, somewhere in the 20s, that only is one part. That is only one part of what we need to know when we grow. And growing plants is, obviously it's critical. That's where we're getting the basis for all our calories. I don't know if all is correct, but majority of the calories. You got to grow your soil. You got to grow the life in the soil. If you don't have soil that's alive, you have an accumulation of dirt and dust. That's what you got. So, know your sun. Stow your water. Grow your soil. Let's go back to water. Rain barrels, even makeshift systems. This garden cart wasn't doing much work. I wasn't using it when it was just sitting idle. And I noticed that there was a lot of water coming off this carport we use as anything but a carport. So I had found these in the woods. Somebody had discarded these gutters, downspouts, in the woods. And so I collected them, and I also found these clothes hangers. Oh, I'm sorry, Frog. I'm doing an interview here, or whatever, video. So I used those clothes hangers that were discarded in the woods, and I used the gutters, the downspouts, and I created a situation where I could collect some water when we have some good rain, and I can use that water for my nursery area. I can use it to augment water for the bananas and papayas. They'll take just about all the water you can give them. They're happy with 200 inches a year, so we get 50 inches a year here in Florida. That way I can use, especially in the winter when we don't have a ton of rain, I can use a lot of that I've collected and saved. Use that to augment the bananas, make sure they get plenty of water. So that's what I'm using over there to collect some water and keep the water from creating a path problem right in here. This is a high traffic area for us, so that saves a lot of the water, keeps us from having a big problem in our path there. Got another one over here. Another issue here. Water pours down off the carport into a path area. Collect that water. Again, used to augment bananas, papayas, anything else that needs a lot of water. And use it for the nursery. Use it for the plants I grow in my nursery area. Alright. Water everywhere right now. I think we got a ½ inch 2 days ago, got an inch today. So I think for the in 2 or 3 days we've gotten more rain than the entire Southwest USA, which is just not good for them. Not good for them at all. They need more rain than that. Maybe they're used to 6 or 8 inches for the year in some areas. Other areas are used to 15 to 30 inches, especially in the high desert area. Might get 15 inches or more, 20, 25 inches. They had 2 inches to average in that state of New Mexico that I just looked at. Ooh, that's tough. All right, one of the rain barrels up front, the blue one, at the beginning of the video, it collects, of course, rainwater off the roof. And I distribute it to different areas of the property. I need to trim a little bit around this pond because even though the Florida ponds appreciate the shade, that's a bit much. I think about 50-50 is 50% sun, 50% shade, or maybe 75% shade, but that's approaching that 90% shade. So I gotta probably trim that back a little bit. But I have 2 hoses going into that little pond. I think it's a 125-gallon micro pond, or what I call the frog factory. Got 2 hoses going in there. One of them comes from that rain barrel, that blue rain barrel up front. And another one comes from a spigot, faucet, that I can let drip, drip, drip if we're in one of those periods in the winter where we don't have any rain for 2 or 3 weeks. And that happens. I think with climate change, it's going to happen more and more. We're going to see things like that. So, but this barrel up front, the blue one that you see all the way in the front there, middle of the picture, 3 hoses coming off that you see. One of them goes to that pond I was just describing, just showing you. Second one goes to an even tinier pond, and this is a total pull out of the woods situation. Oops, sorry about that. This little chunk of water here. Oh, let's check it out. You don't need to have a big pond. You don't need to have a big pond. That is a turtle. I'm not going to bother him, but he seems to like that. That's probably a 30-gallon little micro pond. But I pulled that out of the woods. That was just sitting there doing nothing. It was collecting water. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's going to collect water there. Let me pull it up here, put it in the ground, and run one of those hoses I have off one of the roof rain barrels. Run that hose down there. So now it's fed. It's got a nice constant stream of water on days of rain. Keeps it clean, keeps bringing in some nutrients, etc., etc. Man, that turtle, I've seen that turtle, second time I've seen that turtle, so I think that turtle likes the house there. And for those who are concerned, oh, the mosquitoes, why would you want standing water? Okay. Yes, mosquitoes are something to be concerned about. Depends on where you live as to how much of a concern. Now, we have a good reptile population here. We have frogs all over. Frogs. We have so many frogs. I had a dream last night. How about this? I had a dream that there was the world's largest frog, this frog monster. His name was Frogzilla. He came here and he ate all the insects and bugs in our yard, and the following year we had no fruit, no vegetables, so we had no pollination. That's how many frogs we have here. That they're appearing in my dreams. So yeah, we do have frogs. Frogs eat mosquito larvae. So if you have water features, have fresh water coming in, and I try to do that. I don't try to keep them still very long. They have good life support, a good cast of characters living there. You aren't going to have much of a mosquito problem if you have a good balance. Besides that,